Egypt, the most powerful Arab country, was shaken by the defeat. A group of young officers, frustrated by the incompetence of the king and the new prime minister, plotted a coup.
I went to the prime minister and delivered the ultimatum to him. He was shocked, believe me, because up till this moment he didn't know that we were going to dethrone the king at all. He was shocked and received me like this. I told him yes. He said, are you powerful enough? I told him yes. Go and deliver it to the king. He must leave by 6 o'clock this evening.
From Cairo come these first authentic pictures of the bloodless coup by which the army took over control of Egypt. It was the end of the king's attempt to maintain power.
As we took the king to the ship, he said, "You ate me for lunch before I could eat you for dinner."
Egypt's new leader, Gamal Abdel Nasser, pledged radical reform.
There were 6 principles: to put an end to colonialism, to put an end to feudalism, put an end to corrupted of exploitation by capitalism.
I read that Nasser was going to Yugoslavia. I thought President Tito could help make peace. I knew a friend of Tito's. I asked him to go to Yugoslavia. I said, "Get Tito to ask Nasser if he will make peace."
Tito passed on the message. Nasser said that if he was seen talking to Israel, he would be overthrown, even killed.
Sharet, Ben-Gurion's foreign minister, initiated more secret contacts.
Sharet believed the best way to ensure the security of Israel was to understand the Arabs and negotiate peace.
Sharet sent Yvonne to Paris, the UN General Assembly's temporary home.
I told a friend I was ordered to Paris to meet Arabs, and he said, "Zima, I know you like Cervantes, but I never saw you as Don Quixote. Will you go to the Place de la Concorde and shout, 'Any Arabs here?'"
I was sitting on the balcony of the UN. A young man came in and sat next to me.
We began to talk. I said to him, "My dear sir, I am a Jew." I looked in his face. I saw no sign of embarrassment.
So I asked him, "Who do you represent?" When I pressed him, he said, "Sharet."
I said, "I am an Israeli who dreams of peace with Egypt."
For Egyptians, talking to Israelis was taboo. So Abdel Rahman Sadek was nervous when he was summoned by President Nasser.
I went in and I found Gamal Abdel Nasser standing in the middle of the room. He said, "I want to tell you that you have my permission to continue talks with the Israeli in Paris."
The diplomat's reports were to be for Nasser's ears only.
He said, "I want you to see if there is a chance of avoiding bloodshed."
While we conducted the talks with Abdel Rahman, there was, once in a while, a radical escalation of Egyptian statements about Israel. An Egyptian leader even said that Israel was the cancer in the midst of the Arab world, and we asked them to refrain from such inflammatory language.
Nasser's envoy returned to Paris with promises to tone down the anti-Israeli propaganda on Cairo radio and to restrain the guerrilla raids against Israel. But Nasser would not terminate the war, nor would he establish diplomatic relations or allow Israeli ships through the Suez Canal and the Straits of Tiran. Sharet was disappointed.
Sharet's message said that we were sorry, of course, that the Egyptian government would not change its official policy, which was a clear anti-Israeli policy.
Sharet's repeated offers to start peace negotiations were turned down. New immigrants were often settled along Israel's frontiers. They lived in fear of frequent Arab raids. Ben-Gurion blamed Nasser for the raids. He ordered the Israeli army to retaliate by striking Arab countries harboring infiltrators.
Ben-Gurion knew Arab villagers supported these terrorists. We had to show them that helping terrorists was dangerous, to protect our settlements.
I was called to see Moshe Dayan. A mother had been killed, murdered on a settlement.
The murderers left tracks which led to a village across the border in Jordan.
My orders were to reach the village in Jordan. We had to blow up as many buildings as possible and cause as many Arab casualties as possible.
The tiny village of Kibya on the Israel-Jordan border is in ruins as day survivors relate how troops struck across the frontier at night. They accuse Israeli forces of leveling buildings with grenades, shellfire, and explosives, trapping entire families in the rubble. The attack prompts the United States, England, and France to deliver their sharpest rebuke to Israel since its founding and to demand stern action to punish the guilty troops.
After the operation, I was called to see Ben-Gurion. It was the first time I'd met him.
Aaron, what I think about him, he's a nice boy, a good soldier.
He said one thing to me. He said, "It doesn't matter what the world says. It doesn't matter what they say about Israel anywhere else. The only thing that matters is that we can exist here. Unless it's clear that there is a price to pay for Jewish lives, we will not be able to survive. And that's what counts."